You're mid-production, you need a 30-second clip, and Runway caps you at 16 seconds. So now Seedance 2.5 is on your radar, except you can't find an official price anywhere. Seedance 2.5 is built for long-form, reference-heavy production. Runway is built for proven, available quality right now, and you have to pick one today. Alright, one of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. So test 1 is cost, and the scary part is you might budget for a tool and then find out there's no official price to budget against. Seedance 2.5 has community estimates running anywhere from 0.04 to 0.35 per second, which is a huge range when you're trying to put a real number in a spreadsheet. I pulled up both pricing pages, and here's what I actually found. Runway publishes a full ladder from a free tier all the way up to $76 a month, with the Pro plan sitting at $28 a month and 2,250 credits. Seedance 2.5 has zero official pricing as of July 15th, 2026, just community guesses, and it requires paid access to even get started, so you can't test it for free. Now, the per second rates are actually pretty comparable once you convert credits. Seedance 2.5's estimated 0.04 to 0.35 per second lands in a similar range to Runway's API at roughly 0.05 to 155 per second, depending on quality tier. But comparable per second math doesn't matter if you can't get a firm quote, and that's the thing that actually bites you at budget time. Runway wins on transparency alone. Runway takes cost, and I'll be real, I didn't expect transparency to be the deciding factor until I went looking for Seedance 2.5's official pricing page and came up completely empty. It's the only one with a real price you can actually plan around, which puts Runway up 1-0. I've spent enough time buried in AI video tool docs to know that a missing pricing page is a real production blocker, not a minor inconvenience. Drop a comment if a tool's opacity has ever killed a project budget for you. Okay, so test 2 is benchmark quality, and the concrete problem is you're paying for a video model with no independent proof it's actually good. Runway's Gen 4.5 just hit the Video Arena leaderboard with a 1,247 ELO score, which is a real, independently verified number. Seedance 2.5 has no published benchmark score at all, so you're flying blind on quality. The part that got me is how lopsided this actually is. Runway Gen 4.5 sits at number 1 on Video Arena, beating VO 3 in 2nd and Sora 2 Pro in 7th. And that's a real leaderboard with real rankings. Seedance 2.5 isn't ranked at all, and ByteDance's quality claims are vendor only, so there's no external check on whether they hold up. To be fair, Seedance 2.5 is a newer release and hasn't had time to get onto the major leaderboards yet, and it could score well once it does. That's a real caveat worth keeping in mind. But right now, today, you're choosing between a model with a verified 1,147 ELO and one with 0 independent data, and the safer pick is obvious. You go with the number you can actually see. Runway wins benchmarks. It's the independently verified number 1 video model on Video Arena right now, and Seedance 2.5 simply has no comparable data to push back with. That's Runway 2, Seedance 2.50. Test 3 is speed, and the real-world problem is you're on a client deadline. You need to know how long the render queue is going to keep you waiting, and one of these tools won't give you a straight answer. Speed matters a lot when you're iterating fast, and every generation cycle adds up. So let's see who's actually transparent about what you're getting. I looked at what both companies actually confirm, and here's how it breaks down. Runway officially states Gen 4.5 runs at the same speed as Gen 4, which is a confirmed documented number you can plan around. Seedance 2.5's speed is based on leak speculation about near real-time generation, which is exciting but completely unconfirmed, so you can't build a workflow around it. Runway takes speed as well, and I'll admit I expected Seedance 2.5's near real-time leak to have more substance behind it, but it's the only one with a confirmed speed statement you can actually build around. That's 3 for Runway, 0 for Seedance 2.5. So Runway has been dominant on the verified stuff, but we still haven't looked at the one area where Seedance 2.5 is genuinely built different: output limits and deployment flexibility. And those two tests could completely change who you actually choose for your specific workflow. Don't make your call yet. Test 4 is output limits, and the concrete problem is you're producing a 30-second brand video and your tool hard caps you at 16 seconds per clip. So now you're stitching cuts together and your scene continuity falls apart. That 14-second gap means you're assembling a patchwork edit from parts instead of working with a native long clip, and that shows in the final cut. I had to run through the specs twice because the gap is pretty wide. Seedance 2.5 generates 30-second clips natively and up to 180 seconds in beta. Supports 50 multimodal reference assets for brand consistency. Adds region-level editing and 3D pre-visualization. Runway caps at 16 seconds per clip and doesn't publish a reference asset count, though both output 4K, so resolution is a wash. The honest caveat is that Seedance 2.5's 180-second beta feature is unproven at scale, and Runway's 16-second clips are plenty for a lot of standard social content. But if you're doing long-form brand work or anything that needs 50 reference assets locked in for consistency, Runway literally can't match that spec. The 30-second native limit is a real documented advantage. Seedance 2.5 takes output limits, 30 seconds native and 50 reference assets is a spec Runway simply doesn't publish an answer to, and that's a decisive win for long-form production work. Scoreboard is now Runway 3, Seedance 2.51. Test 5 is deployment and modality, and the real-world problem is you build a pipeline around a tool and then find out it's only available through one locked ecosystem, or it hasn't rolled out to your region yet, when your production stack depends on API access and third-party model support. Being locked into a single vendor's platform can stall an entire workflow. Watch what happens when you map the platforms side by side. Runway runs across 3 distinct platforms: Creative, Dev API, and Robotics. And it hosts third-party models including Veo 3.1 and Seedance 2.0 itself. Seedance 2.5 is ByteDance only through Gemini, Dreamina, and Volcano API, with its global rollout still in progress. But it does have native audio-video joint generation, which Runway handles separately. Deployment and modality is split. Runway wins on platform flexibility and global access. Seedance 2.5 counters with native audio-video generation, so this one doesn't move the scoreboard. Final tally: Runway 3, Seedance 2.5 won, 1 tied. Seedance 2.5 wins on raw output power. You get 30-second native clips, nearly double Runway's cap, plus 50 multimodal reference assets for brand consistency across a whole campaign. Add region-level editing and 3D pre-visualization for targeted scene changes, and native audio-video joint generation, so your sound and visuals are synced from the start. And that's a spec sheet Runway can't match right now. Runway wins on everything you can actually verify today. It's the independently ranked #1 video model on Video Arena, with a 1-247 LO score, beating Veo 3 and Sora 2 Pro. Pricing is transparent from a free tier up to $76 a month. You get 3 platforms plus the ability to run third-party models like Veo 3.1, and it's available globally right now. Now, 16-second Polish is actually Runway's sweet spot, and it's where Runway's 16-second clip limit becomes a feature rather than a constraint. For tight social cuts, ads, and short-form content, where you need verified quality and a fast turnaround, a polished 16-second clip from the #1 ranked model is genuinely the right call, not a compromise. If you need long, reference-heavy production work and you can wait for the global rollout, Seedance 2.5 is worth watching. But if you need proven quality today, Runway is the pick. Full stop. Runway wins this round 3-1 because it's the only tool here with a real price, a real benchmark score, and real global access right now. One thing that didn't come up in the benchmarks, Runway's API actually hosts Seedance 2.0 as a third-party model right now, which means you can already access ByteDance's previous generation through Runway's platform while waiting for Seedance 2.5's global rollout. A genuinely weird situation where the competitor's platform gives you earlier access to the other tool. If you're still figuring out which AI video and generation tools are actually worth the money, I did a full breakdown on Claude Opus 4.8, whether it's still worth using, and a lot of the same availability and pricing questions come up there too. That video is linked right up here. Go check it out.